What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling All Day podcast. It's your boy, Matty Smackdown, and we are live with episode number 11, 12, somewhere in that ballpark. So, SummerSlam, at the time of this recording, has just ended. Brock Lesnar and Femi just had their Hell in a Cell match, and let me preface this by saying I've been very anti WWE the last few months, last year and a half or so. I'm going to continue being very anti WWE because there's only two shows I watch from WWE in a year, and it's WrestleMania and SummerSlam. SummerSlam last year, great. SummerSlam last year, I thought was a step in the right direction. Silly me for thinking that. Um, then we get to SummerSlam this year. I know it's only SummerSlam Saturday. There's still a whole nother night, but I really don't care. I really do not care. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, their match was Randy Orton coming back was cool, great. I always love seeing Randy Orton on my TV. Will always continue to love seeing Randy Orton on my TV. Nick Aldis and Gunther, awesome, loved it. Io Sky, Liv Morgan, do not care, did not give a single solitary shit about that match. Everything else is kind of, eh, it's you get what you get with Triple GPT. I'm sorry, I mean Triple H. You get what you get with that. And honestly, what that means is Triple H coming out and saying, "Well, this is why we do what we do." Fuck off. I cannot believe the Hell in a Cell has been rendered almost useless. Go back to 2024 and we'll watch Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk was a Hell in a Cell match. This match was a regular ass match, a no disqualification match with a fucking cage around it. I They barely used the cell at all. They set up the table. Brock got sent to the table. Cool spot, awesome. Brock walloping Obafemi with the stairs was fucking sweet. That was awesome. Brock ripping up the ring, tribute to the Undertaker, Tombstone, awesome. Then boom, power bomb, not even onto the exposed part of the ring, which I know is dangerous, but come the fuck on, it's Brock Lesnar. If anybody can take it, Brock Lesnar can take it. Not even a fall from grace to the exposed part of the ring, a fall from grace to the regular regular part of the ring, and a 1, 2, 3. Brock comes back out, passes the torch to Obafemi. Is Brock done? I don't know. We don't know. We thought Brock was done at WrestleMania, and then that motherfucker showed back up and said, "Ha ha, I got you, motherfuckers." So Brock Lesnar is a money machine no matter where he goes, no matter what he does. If Brock Lesnar is done, they'll still find some way to make money with Brock Lesnar. They always will. If Brock Lesnar's not done, they'll still find ways to make money with Brock Lesnar. They'll put him in a program with somebody else. But I don't know. Brock coming back last year was a great welcome surprise. I know there's people out there that have their opinions on Brock Lesnar, and guess what? I really don't give a shit what you think because Brock Lesnar is fucking awesome. So the see if I swear to God, if this was Brock Lesnar's last match, he should have retired at WrestleMania because that match that was it. That was great. He should have just retired at WrestleMania instead of coming back and doing this because what we got tonight was the most mediocre Hell in a Cell match I've seen in a long time. And I know there's a lot that have been the Hell in a Cell has been oversaturated by WWE when they made the annual pay-per-view in 2009. The Hell in a Cell was already oversaturated. So seeing it once every other year, once a year, I guess. I don't know. Once every other year is fine to me. Every 2 years, whatever, is fine to me. But if you're gonna have a Hell in a Cell match once every other year or whatever it is, do something with it. Don't hype it up the way they hyped it. They made it the main event. That was the main event of night one, and I can't even begin to tell you how how unsatisfied I am with what we just saw. Like, I love Brock Lesnar. Love Obafemi. But, dude, unless they're putting Obafemi in the match with Roman and Seth tomorrow, there was zero reason for this match to go the way that it did. I'm not saying Femi should have lost. That's not what I'm saying. Or Femi should have won. That's not what I'm saying. I'm glad he won. I'm happy that he won. So you have a Hell in a Cell match. You barely used the cell. There was a table, some stairs, a couple chairs. The Wingstop chair, by the way. Shouts out to the Wingstop chair. Love the Wingstop chair. Um, Slim Jim table, Wingstop chair. Shit, at this point, we just need the general insurance kendo stick. I mean, why not? I don't think this is WWE playing it safe. You gave us Drew McIntyre and CM Punk when you hyped up the return of Hell in a Cell. You made that the first match of the night and then put on a mediocre main event. Then you make this the main event and put on a mediocre Hell in a Cell match. Where does it end? Where does it end with the WWE? Where does it end with the stupidity? My thing just fell off and just smacked my microphone. I hope it still sounds alright. That was crazy. That was wild as fuck. Uh, we're raw dogging this podcast. Yo, we're raw dogging this podcast. So again, like this can't be Brock Lesnar's last match. There's no way you can go out on a stinker like that. Like it wasn't bad. The finish was just flat. Obafemi kicked out of what? The F5. Took three of them in a row and he kicked out of all of them. And then Brock gets hit with the fall from grace twice. Not even onto the exposed part. The tombstone on the exposed part of the ring was awesome. Great visual. Love the shout out to the Undertaker. Love the Undertaker. Big Undertaker guy. Look around my living room. There's Undertaker figures everywhere. Look in my room. There's Undertaker figures everywhere. So, a tribute to the Undertaker is always welcome. But, bruh, why did they have to waste a Hell in a Cell match on that? That could have just been a street fight and it would have been fine. If that was a street fight and they went out there and beat the dog shit out of each other, great. The Hell in a Cell was not needed. The Hell in a Cell was literally useless. And it's, oh, well, it's meant to keep them in. Dude, come on. You mean to tell me that Obafemi and Brock Lesnar couldn't have busted out of the cage wall? They didn't have to go on top of the cage. I don't care. They couldn't, one of those big motherfuckers couldn't have got thrown through the cage wall. One of those big motherfuckers couldn't destroy the part of the cage and they could have went outside and fought around the cage. That's what you're telling me? Or they even could have climbed up. Oba could have climbed up the side of the cage. Brock could have power bombed him off. That still would have been a cool visual. No. No, apparently not. Because with the WWE in 2026, we can't have nice things. We can have a fuckload of advertisements. We can have advertisements everywhere. We can have advertisements on the ring. We can have advertisements on the weapons. We can have advertisements on the turnbuckles. Hell, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised at some point if WWE doesn't start pay or start charging fans to have their asses branded to sit in the crowd. Like, there's advertisements literally everywhere, but we can't get a good Hell in a Cell match, and that's a shame. That's a damn shame. And like I said, unless Obafemi's going to be in that championship match tomorrow, there was no reason that match had to go as flat as it did. It was great up until the finish. Once that second powerbomb hit, I'm like, no, Brock's going to kick out. One, two, three. Bitch, what? What? Like, every single time I try to give the WWE a chance, it just does. They do nothing. They do nothing for me. The WWE, I say this all the time, and my stupid ass keeps tuning in at least once a year. This is not the WWE that 5-year-old Maddie SmackDown, 4-year-old Maddie SmackDown fell in love with. This is not the WWE that I grew up with. This is objectively, and again, I say this all the time because wrestling is subjective. This is objectively horrible, god awful, dog ass water. And that's a shame because I will always love professional wrestling, but god damn, do I hate the WWE right now. But let me know. We still got a whole nother night of SummerSlam coming tomorrow, so let me know what you guys think. What do you think? Did you enjoy SummerSlam? Did you not enjoy SummerSlam? You let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know. put this on your share this video if you're watching on YouTube. Share the link if you're listening on Spotify, Spreaker, any podcasting platform, because somehow they approved us for all of them. Thank you, Spreaker. So let me know what you think. Use the hashtag Matty Smackdown. Use the hashtag Smackdown SummerSlam. Um, Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And maybe I'll read some of your comments when I comment about how shitty tomorrow night was. So let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments below. I'm Matty Smackdown. Thank you for listening to my rant again. Another anti-WWE rant. Woo! I'm running out of content. Fuck, somebody send help. So please let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you guys for the next one.